Let me also recognize the speakers, Professor Obiemini and Steve Asake. Your presentation really awoken a level of consciousness, but I choose not to go that way. It's not my way. I have my own way. Just like Senator Bada said here, when you go to the graveyard, if you go with a tape, you will see all sizes of grave. So I have my own way, and I will continue to maintain my way. I have somebody that we conducted election together. Let me also recognize him. Toyko is here with us. Our women, our youth, and also the church. This is my first. I've been going out quite alright, but speaking publicly after the event of March 18th. I've been a bit careful because when I go for an event and the body language of the environment, it is not in tune with what I believe in, I feel very unhappy, because for a lot of you here, you don't know what the situation is. It's not about Oshobe. It gets to a situation where Oshobe don't solve problem. That is the truth. So for that reason, I'm a bit careful. But this particular event is something I honestly cannot avoid. Paklak is a very special person to every one of us, and more especially to me. So I feel I'm indebted to him. Yes, I might have supported the better program, but putting in my presence here is the most important thing. Before I go into the main business, because I found out that a good number of you deviated from the program today. The program is a tribute for Paklak. It's not an issue of Fubara. I'm not disputing the message God gave to you, my bishop, but in this particular event, it's a message to talk about Paklak. Because the way you hammered it, when they live here, that is not the way to be presented. It will be Siminalayi Fubara has gathered his supporters to make statements against the minister and the president. That is not what I need now. So all this, I want everybody to focus. Please, it's not everything you do, you think. There's some fight you don't fight, there's some things you don't do, because you need to ask the person. In as much as we have things that we need to do for our state, we know people have made sacrifice for us, and we, one way or the other, have to stand by them. Does not mean that we should start firing without any target. We need to be focused. Our evening here is about Paklak. It's not Oshobe, it's Fubara, Oshobe, same place. I want that. And like I said, it's about Paklak. Every other thing that is said here, every other admonition by whoever is your personal view it does not speak or does not present the purpose of this evening. I mean it, and I want you to quote me anywhere. We're here talking about the life of a man who lived a life of sacrifice. Amongst you, the women here, do you have forgiving spirit? Your hearts are bitter. You don't forgive. Those are the important things. We're here talking about a man who spent his own money to go to court for me. A man who gathered people to say, fight for Fubara. But some of you here, your hearts are dark. But one important thing, that you have your boarding pass. It's just you're waiting for the flight. So you need to retract your ways. What is special about Paklak? Maybe when he started his life, he might have made his own mistake like every one of us. But at a certain time in his life, he believed that I want to live a life, I want to dedicate my life for others. And he did it, and he did it well. I am a beneficiary of that. I've never met him one day. I spoke to him a few times on phone, but he stood by me. I've never gone until his death. The first time I stepped my feet into Paklak house was when I went for condolence. I never went to his house. But he stood by me. He supported what he believed in, injustice. And that is the man we are celebrating this night. It's celebration because he has gotten to the 9th floor. It's 90-something going to 100, is it not? In fact, if not for maybe the way it happened, you should even be entering. The 10th floor is the one, the cloud now, is it not? Once you enter 10, you're on the cloud, waiting for the channel to come and carry you. But he was already close to that place because he lived a life, not life for himself, but life for others. So I want us this evening, that as we have gathered here to celebrate him, let us learn from him. Let us go with something, and that thing should be dedicating our life for things that are good. I once read about a very strong and powerful man. When he died, he said that all the physicians, the best, should carry his coffin. All his wealth, his gold, should be poured on the streets for them to walk on it. And that his coffin, they should make it in such a way that people will see his hands dangling, showing that he's living with nothing. This life, we have come into this life with nothing. In our birth, we are not celebrated. That is the truth. When we are celebrated, is in death. How many of us, both the ones here and the ones outside here, will pass on, and people will gather and say good things about them? That is the message. We should live a life that when we mention our names, when our names are mentioned anywhere, it opens doors for our children. It doesn't bring cost to our family. That is the choice I've made. That is the decision why, in whatever situation I find myself in this whole thing, I always tell those of you who want to listen, don't do things because you want to do them. Do the things I want. I am the one wearing the shoes. I know the solution to my problem. I know how to walk through my problem. There are some things you will do rather than bring peace for me. It spoils my peace process. So I'm cautioning everybody here. I'm serious, and it's very important to say it here in the church so that it's not something I'm passing a message to anybody privately. Before you do anything that you claim you're doing for me, seek my consent. So let me thank everyone, more especially Senator Birabe, the chairman of this night of tribute, the chairman of Rivers Elders and his deputy and his vice chairman, and everyone. This is the most important thing. It is not any tribute and writing that we are going to put in the paper. It's this sacrifice you are making. This memory will be forever.